I'm Revati. I run this school called Vanavil in Nagapatnam, a small coastal town in Tamil Nadu. We came here for tsunami relief during 2004 Asian tsunami, and we met these children who were all into begging. And we were wondering, because at that time this town was flooded with relief material and still these children had to beg. We followed those children and went and found out all about this nomadic community called Boom Boom Matakarar, who believed that they should beg as a traditional occupation. Our attempt has been to take these kids away from begging and give them a chance at education and childhood.
Humanity. Isn't it a gift? And all it really takes is a thought.
So I was working in cinema, and when tsunami happened, it killed a lot of children. So it really affected many of us. So I came here to volunteer. Initially we were only clearing dead bodies, and it was a really disturbing process because you had to clear children's dead bodies, and practically you couldn't even feel emotional because you didn't have fuel to burn the body and stuff like that. I thought that was like a very numbing process. I couldn't do it after 2-3 days. And I started working with children in the temporary camps with doing artwork, that, this and all, which is when we met this community. We met this girl called Muruga Mal, who was in the bus stand. We were in a tea shop. She was carrying this baby, so tiny and emaciated. She looked like one of those images you see from Somalia or anywhere in sub-Saharan Africa. And that was something new, because in Tamil Nadu, I didn't think, at least as a journalist and a filmmaker, malnutrition is an issue. But here when so much relief material is flowing down, we saw this girl completely emaciated. So we wanted to follow her. It started basically as this attempt to save Lakshmi, that small child. But unfortunately, within 3 months of our trying to work with this community, going back and forth between Chennai, Lakshmi succumbed to malnutrition. And we lost her, and that was a big shock for me. When Lakshmi just left us, it was a big shock, and we didn't know what to do. Personally, I didn't know what to do, because you thought you could solve many of these things, and it just hit us that we couldn't. So then we started Vanavil. That's how Vanavil came into place, because we wanted to give a chance to other children in the community. When we started the school, we didn't think it's going to be a long-term residential school. We only thought it as a bridge effort. I even wrote to my director, who I was working with, saying I need a 6-month break because I'll feel bad if I leave these kids like this and come back. But when we started working, we realized it's not such a small gap to be bridged in 6 months. It's like a huge wide gap of social neglect, of complete invisibility in the social hierarchies, and lack of numbers means no political voice, etc. Many things. So then we started raising funds, and so far I'd be very proud and happy to say that we've been run purely on individuals' sense of goodness, Like many times we're almost on the verge of closing down, but somebody from somewhere will send us a donation, and reinforcing our faith in such an effort can be done with the support of a lot of individuals. We don't have big supports. We have only one grant of 5 lakhs a year, but we raise around 60 lakhs a year, all from small donations. People send us 500 rupees, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, 5000 rupees. That's how Vanavil has survived.
So your story, how you transitioned from like that, now you're full-time.
Yeah, in between for 1 year I tried to juggle both. I just realized. Then our we went to Mumbai to shoot the film. Then it was too difficult. Between Chennai and Nagapatnam, I was trying. It was still crazy. But this director started making the film in Hindi. I had to be in Mumbai, but then there'll be something here. So it was just a nightmare. Then the question is, which one can you give up? So certainly there's no way I could give up on these children. Because personally, a lot of people think that I have done so much for these children, but they have done a lot to me. Because where I was at that point in my life, I was like really very cynical, very intellectual and all that, And when I really met these children, they were so happy. Despite all the problems they have in their lives, and despite absolute marginality of their lives, they're so happy. and they take every day as it comes. So that I learned from them, and that made me a very happy person. So we have this strong bond. Like they've given me so much, I've given them so much. So there's no question of giving them up. So automatically I gave up cinema. So there's only one other thing. These communities are traditional musicians of our society. Like they are the ancient musicians and artists and fortune tellers of our society. But in the modern changes, they've become so marginalized that they are not part of any imagination now, and they are left out of the social security structures. They're left out of the education. They're left out of health mechanisms. So today they're reduced to being beggars.
Yeah.
So now what we do is we see them as beggars and say begging is wrong. But the thing is, they don't have any recognition at all for all that they could do and they were doing. So they've been forced. In fact, I feel like the society has made them into beggars, and now to tell them don't beg sounds like a joke. Like we have to give them an alternative. You have to give them a possibility and then tell, which is what we are trying to do by Vaanavil. We don't make them feel bad about what they are, because I want them to feel proud as musicians and traditional artists of our society, and at the same time they should participate in this mainstream education and access all the benefits of modernity. I never wanted to run an institution, the way I think. I wanted to be like free, an individual. I never wanted to be part of any institution. I didn't even want to be part of any institution. I ended up running an institution.
Our life takes unexpected turns.
But it's been. I feel that it's worth it. Initially, sometimes I used to feel, what did I do with my life? But now, because 10 of our children have gone to colleges.
That's really great.
So this Devi who was sitting here, she's around. She's just finished +2. 4 of them have cleared +2 now. She's going to go to nursing. 2 kids are joining College of Fine Arts, and 1 girl has finished engineering. 2 more have finished degree and are working. 1 kid has gone to visual communication. 1 kid has gone to textile design. So somewhere we feel like we are restoring that art and all the tradition that they had, to them back. Also, some of them are opting to go into regular jobs because they want to be in office. They want to be like a white collar employee. That also, we have not enabled to all of them, but we have enabled it to. When I saw this 12 children, means have given us a lot of hope. So we're hoping that every year we'll be adding to that, and we'll create a corpus of these kids. Once they were seen as beggars, now they would be like professionals, artists, engineers, hopefully doctors and government servants and all. So that's made us very hopeful and happy about this whole thing.
So this was a pretty good documentary. I think so.
Heartwarming.